Hi, Nikki Cottom here, and I am excited today to talk about using essential oils to help boost our metabolic rate and also to help with weight management and taking care of yourself physically to get tone, get in shape, that type of thing. Okay, so I was first introduced to this way of thinking because I'm not a fan of taking something fake because I know that will just put toxins into my body. I wanted to use something more natural, and there are so many fads going around. This works, that works, whatever. And because I trust essential oils, I was already on that wagon. And so when I learned that essential oils not only helped with all these other things I was using them for, but they also can help support the body's metabolism and help the body just be able to accomplish those goals related to weight, supporting the body in those ways. So here's my story. So I decided to give it a shot. After my third baby was born, I really needed to get my body into shape. I knew I needed to. I had way too much, post-pregnancy weight and pregnancy weight, and I just needed to get it off. So I knew about Slim and Sassy. Okay, Slim and Sassy is by far the most recommended doTERRA essential oil for helping with weight management. It's got amazing essential oils. It's got lemon, grapefruit, cinnamon, peppermint, ginger. It's just all foods that could be in our diets, but the essential oil, so no calories, right? So you can actually put a few drops of Slim and Sassy in your water and drink it. I would recommend getting a glass water bottle or a stainless steel water bottle because essential oils are so powerful at breaking down petrochemicals or toxic chemicals like plastic that it will start corroding your plastic bottles. So go for glass or stainless steel, or if you're like me, you just grab a mason jar. That's typically what I drink my water out of, unless I'm out on the go, and then stainless steel is great, or glass, depending on what you have. So I decided to give it a go. I was involved in a 12-week program for weight loss. So exercise, fitness, that type of thing. Really good cardio, all sorts of good exercise. So I was involved in a 12-week program, and as part of the program, I chose to use Slim and Sassy or some sort of other citrus oil in my protocol. All right, so this is so neat to me, okay? So what happened was, as I was doing this program, I was working out 5 days a week, and I was using essential oils and trying to anyway. There were a few weeks where I lost several pounds, and that was really exciting. And but most weeks it was just like half a pound or whatever. The weeks that I lost more than half a pound were the weeks I was exercising and using Slim and Sassy. The weeks that I forgot to use Slim and Sassy, I lost 0 pounds, okay? And I am not kidding you. It was just like, okay, this stuff is real. And so I love it. I love Slim and Sassy so much. So I'm going to talk today about Slim and Sassy. I'm going to talk about other essential oils that can help support you depending on where you are at in your journey. If you don't remember anything else about this video except Slim and Sassy, get Slim and Sassy, put it in your water. You can also rub it on areas of your body that maybe you have stubborn weight and see what that does to those areas. It's really, really exciting. If you do put it on your skin and you put it in a more sensitive part like your butt, I would recommend to dilute it with some coconut oil, some fractionated coconut oil if you have it, or regular coconut oil if you don't. But definitely dilute it if you're going to put it on your butt or your thighs or some sensitive area. But feel free to rub it on your tummy, rub it on wherever those stubborn areas are. Make it part of your routine. All right, so that's what I will say about that. I am going to talk about different health conditions that may not allow you to use certain oils and what you can do instead and whatnot. But first, I'm going to talk about how the body hangs on, why the body chooses to hang on to stubborn weight. Okay, and there are several reasons, but I'm going to talk about some major ones. Why the body hangs on to that stubborn weight that won't let go, and it's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how to get your gut in a more healthy place so your metabolism can constantly feel supported. I'm going to talk about what else you can feed your gut so you can keep that metabolic rate up, and I'm going to talk about what else you can do to kind of help tone areas in your body that need that extra support. And I'm going to talk about emotional ways to support yourself in achieving those goals. All right, so first of all, I'm going to talk about why your body may hang on to stubborn weight. All right, so we live in a modern age where it's really hard to lose weight these days, way harder than it was for our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents, okay? Like, we're getting bigger and bigger as people. Genetics, we're just getting bigger. And part of that is our diets. We eat a lot of processed foods, whereas our parents and grandparents grew up eating organic or mostly organic, non-GMO foods, that type of thing. And today we are eating foods that are processed, over-processed, foods that really are kind of dead, have no live nutrients, no vitamins, minerals that are natural in whole food that are bioavailable. So we're taking in a lot of toxins. Okay. And what happens is, because our bodies are so protective over our bloodstream, our bodies do not want those toxins to get into our bloodstream and poison us. So what our bodies do is they create these lipids, these fat layers that wrap around these chemicals that should not belong in our bodies. And they wrap around them and they hold on tight. And the more we have in our bodies, the more they just kind of clump up. Okay, so we get areas where there's a little bit extra weight than what we want. Okay, now let me talk about what essential oils can help with. Okay, and essential oils are very good at supporting the body in releasing some of those toxins. Okay, so a lot of essential oils have antioxidant properties. Antioxidant is a fabulous word, meaning that it gets rid of a lot of toxins, a lot of aging. It's kind of like how the body rusts. Oxidation happens and our bodies just start aging prematurely and that type of thing, which we obviously don't want, right? And we also don't want to feel old, and that too. So what essential oils can help do is, when essential oils come in contact with those, they help the body release those toxins. And with those toxins, usually what goes with it is the fat layers that have been wrapped around it. Okay, so these lipids, these protective layers. So it fleshes out the toxin, helps the body to flesh out the toxins and the fats that go with them. So that is super cool. Okay, so that's one reason that our bodies kind of hang on to extra weight. And another reason that I think is because we live in a day and age where we are stressed all the time. And stress, one thing that I don't think many people understand is that when we get stressed, like we encounter a moment of panic or stress, our body releases these adrenalines and oftentimes cortisol that are good for our bodies if we are in a panicky situation where we have to think fast and get out. But what happens is these chemicals go through our system for about 48 hours, so 2 days. So let's say you're in traffic, and somebody cuts you off and you're freaking out and you're like, ah, and you're panicked. That adrenaline is going through your body all day long and the next day. So if you have a moment like that, and then your kids give you a heart attack, and then you're worried about something else, and then somebody makes you mad, and those things all happen, imagine how much adrenaline and hormones, stress hormones are racing through your body. Okay. So here's where I'm going to talk a little bit about Zendocrine. Okay, Zendocrine is amazing at helping support glandular health. Glands are where the hormones come from. That's where if the sites where the hormones are being released into the bloodstream, if those hormones are those hormone sites are not working properly, it can really cause us to have a lot of hormonal imbalances. Okay, so what I like to do if I'm in stressful situations on a regular basis is to keep Zendocrine in my arsenal, and I right now have been using a Zendocrine every single day, and I need it I feel so much better emotionally when I take it. It's almost like my body's like, okay, let's get things worked out. Let's get things fleshed out that shouldn't be there. Let's get back to normal. And I feel like that's very supportive for my body's endocrine. And so what I do is I'll put a couple drops of Zendocrine in a vegetable capsule. doTERRA sells these for like $4, 160 for $4. Get one of these, fill it with, open it up, put just a couple drops of whatever you want to take in it. So Zendocrine in this case, put it back. It's going to fill up to like right there. There's not going to be very much. And then take it like a pill. Okay. And I've been doing that once or twice a day, just to start and end the day just on a much better note, emotionally or hormonally, I should say. All right. So I love using that essential oil. Clove, I want to say, the world's #1 antioxidant. No joke. Clove is the world's #1 antioxidant, meaning that it is kick butt in its ability to just flush out all these kind of this body rust that we have based on, toxins and pollution and stuff that gets in our body. It just kind of flushes that out so we don't so it helps our body feel younger, longer, and, just all that. So I love clove. Okay. And turmeric is a great gut health oil. So for me, I feel like it really gets my metabolism like robust. I call it my robust gut oil because it's so powerful for the gut. And I hate the smell of it, by the way. So do not, unless you like the smell of it, do not put it on your skin. I would only recommend doing this one internally. Put a couple drops in a veggie cap, close it really tight so you don't have to smell it, and then take it internally. I love, love, love the internal benefits, but I cannot stand the smell. It's like the one essential oil I never want to smell, okay? Just putting that out there, but I will not ever be without turmeric. Okay, so reasons our bodies hang on to weight because of the toxins and the free radicals in our body, because of hormonal toxicity, and then also because emotionally sometimes we eat our feelings in food. Okay, so we don't cut back, we just go ahead and eat that, and that actually can overwhelm our digestive system, overwhelm our gut, kind of put too much carbs and sugars and refined foods, which, believe it or not, feed bacteria and fungus and yeast and all sorts of other pathogens that we don't want in our gut. And those, they can really cause us to feel a little bit, not quite great in our digestive systems. So I love being able to have oregano and thyme on hand and Zendocrine and clove, but definitely oregano and thyme because they can help support the gastrointestinal system. So what that does is and I'll just take a couple drops and put them in a veggie cap, and I'll sometimes do 4 or 5 different oils that I want to take internally in the same capsule. I don't know if that's great, but it works for me. So I do that. So 2 drops oregano, 2 drops thyme, and then maybe 2 drops clove or 2 drops Zendocrine, and do that. And what I would recommend is frequently doing a 10-day cleanse with those oils. So in addition to using grapefruit, lemon, Slim and Sassy, wild orange, or whatever citrus you're using, or Slim and Sassy in your water, Daily, I would recommend also doing turmeric and oregano, or not turmeric and oregano. You can do turmeric and oregano. Maybe that was a good one. But any number of these, at least oregano and thyme, for 10 days, and doing that probably every month. Just take a 10-day period where you're going to just help purge, cleanse, support your gastrointestinal system, and let those oils work their wonders in your gut. Okay. They are hot oils, so I don't recommend putting them on the skin, but the body actually, when you take essential oils internally, because your saliva has enough, whatever it's called, it binds to the essential oils, and it keeps the essential oils from being too hot inside your body. So even though they're hot to the skin, you put them in a capsule, and when they open up, I don't feel them at all in my system. So, well, I do feel them working, but I don't feel their hotness in my system, if that makes sense. So your saliva takes care of that. All right. So, those are some reasons I feel like we sometimes hang on to weight. We have, toxins in our bodies that our bodies have to get rid of, hormonal toxicities, pathogenic toxicities. Okay. So, we talked about how to kind of manage those. I would recommend, if your goal is to lose a few pounds, get in shape a little bit better, I would recommend either doing Slim and Sassy. That's my number one recommendation. Daily in water. So what I do is in my water, just put a couple drops of Slim and Sassy, and then I'll drink it all day long. And once it gets to the bottom, if I can still see a little bit of oils in there, I'll just fill it right back up and not put any extra in. But if they're all gone, then I will. Now, once you get to the bottom of the cup, you'll get like an entire gulp of the essential oil, which is why I wait till it gets to the bottom and then fill it back up, so I don't have to have that last gulp of so many oils. I love doing this because I am breastfeeding. I do try to avoid peppermint, and because I'm avoiding peppermint, sometimes I will just forego the Slim and Sassy, which is a really big bummer to me. Forego the Slim and Sassy and just do the lemon or the grapefruit. And those work great, but they're not, I would say Slim and Sassy is the powerhouse one. So if you have the choice, go for it. Another concern with Slim and Sassy is that sometimes people who have type 2 diabetes, or they're on a medication where they can't have grapefruit, they're a little bit leery about using the Slim and Sassy or the grapefruit because it comes from grapefruit. So if you're worried about that, feel free to use lemon, okay? And this is awesome, but doTERRA also has all the other oils in single oils that are in Slim and Sassy. So what you could do is use all the other oils you can do. So for example, this has grapefruit, which I would avoid if you're avoiding grapefruit, right? But in a capsule like this, the next one is lemon, which you probably could have. So do 1 or 2 drops of lemon, and then peppermint, 1 or 2 drops of peppermint. That's the next one in here. Ginger, 1 or 2 drops, and then cinnamon. I probably would only do 1 drop. Cinnamon. So peppermint, lemon, ginger, and cinnamon, and pile those all together in a veggie cap and do that instead. Or make yourself, or use an essential oil bottle that's all gone, rinse it out really good, and then make your own blend version of Slim and Sassy that does not have grapefruit in it. So maybe, in a bottle like this, maybe do for every 2 drops of lemon, do 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of peppermint, 1 or 2 drops of ginger, and 1 drop of cinnamon, and figure out what ratio you want, or do that ratio, but figure out how much of that you want and make your own, and then try that out. Okay. Because still that will be amazing. Okay. Solutions. I'm a solution finder. So you're going to hear all these other tidbits, okay? All right, so here is a protocol I would recommend if you really want to go to town, okay? So citrus or Slim and Sassy daily throughout the day in your water. What this could possibly help you with, and it helps me with, is not only getting your digestive system feeling a lot better and feeling like it's running a lot smoother, but also energy levels and emotional uplifting. Because when you smell citruses, I don't know, for me, I just feel so uplifted and like, refreshed and just invigorated. And so my energy level does go up, okay, when I use citruses. All right. Another cool thing about Slim and Sassy is that if you are craving things, like craving foods, like you're wanting to eat all your feelings, you can diffuse Slim and Sassy in your home. And what it can do is kind of help support, honor the body, give this vibe of honoring the body, supporting the body. And you can even put a drop on your tongue when you're craving something and watch those cravings go away. So you can try that and see if it works for you. It works great for me. I usually don't crave anything unhealthy after I put that on my tongue. It's a tiny bit hot, but it's no calories and it's very doable. So if it's a little too hot, I'll just drink some water. But I don't think it's a little too hot. It does have a little bit of spice, but you know. All right. So Slim and Sassy or citrus in water every day throughout the day is a high recommendation. Okay, this is when you're like, I'm in go mode. Every month, I would recommend doing a 10-day detox with essential oils to help cleanse your body. Now, I would recommend doing oregano and thyme, doing that 10 days straight. And then after that, maybe following up with helping with the detox, kind of that hormonal detox. Xendocrine is the detoxification complex, detoxification blend. And clove is the number one antioxidant. So what I will usually do is do oregano and thyme for 10 days and then follow up with Xendocrine. And sometimes with Xendocrine, I'll add a little bit of extra clove. I think Xendocrine does have clove in it, if I'm correct already, but it wouldn't hurt to add more. And then turmeric, you could add that to the blend too. So you could start off with these two, oregano and thyme, for 10 days and then follow up for another 10, 14 days with these three. And then Yarrow-Pom, I'm going to talk about in a second. That's a really cool oil. Okay, so this is fun. So citrus in your water every day, 10-day detox, rest of the month, just kind of maintaining a healthy system. You can do Xendocrine every day in addition to oregano and thyme if you want. During the detox, you can add Xendocrine whenever you want. Okay. The 10-day detox at least one time with these two, and then any number of whatevers at the same time or separate. Then I'm going to talk about Yarrow. Okay, Yarrow, there's still much more that I need to learn about Yarrow. I'm not a pro at Yarrow, but I do know that it really helps the body it kind of has a calming, relaxing effect. I've heard that it has many benefits similar to, but doesn't have the limitations and the negative effects that cannabis does, okay? So it has a lot of really, really good effects on the body. A lot of good, like stress relieving and toning. In fact, in one of the books I was reading, it was talking about how Yarrow is great for helping tone the body, getting that tone in the body. So I like that. How you can use Yarrow is you can put it on areas where you need tone. For example, toning your skin. Yarrow can be phenomenal to help support in toning your skin. Okay, Yarrow can also be used for, skin. It can be used internally to help get your body just overall feeling more, supported that way. Yeah, Yarrow's great. Okay, and Yarrow is blue. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I like doing Yarrow internally. I feel like In fact, here's my story about Yarrow. So I got this at the doTERRA convention this past September. Okay, while I was there, I was at a dance party. And I'm not gonna pretend that didn't happen. I busted a move. I was so awesome. Yeah, I was 6 months pregnant, whatever. But I was so, just busting a move and having so much fun. Okay, when I got home, my calves were sore. My feet were sore. I was just overall exhausted, depleted, and drained. Okay, so I actually was like, well, I'm going to see what Yarrow can do for me. So I actually put Yarrow, just a couple drops, in a capsule. It was really, really cool to watch it just fall out of the bottle and turn blue, like it's blue in the capsule. It's super cool. So I was like, oh, this is weird. I'm like, drinking something blue, that's kind of abnormal, but it was awesome. Okay, so it's totally cool to take it internally. That's one of the uses for it. So I took it internally, and within minutes, my calves started loosening up, and I started feeling just overall, my whole body just like, relaxed from head to toe. It was just so cool. And in my in a book that I was looking at, it was talking about how, let me see if I can find it, slimming and toning. Yarrow can be good for that. And for weight loss in here, Yarrow is one of the top ones. So hold on your horses, okay? So anyway, so I'm really excited about Yarrow. So what you could do if you wanted to is Slim and Sassy and then do a bit of Yarrow in a capsule. I haven't done Yarrow straight in my water. You can try that. I haven't done it, but you can try it if you want. But I would definitely do Yarrow and see what happens. Because Yarrow is like, it takes things up an extra notch. It's like the frankincense for weight loss, I think. Like, that's in my brain. That's how I am thinking it as. So, all right. So now I'm going to talk about emotionally supporting your body getting, we're talking about weight management. We're talking about getting balanced, okay? So oils that can help support us in the mindset of weight loss. The number one oil for that I would recommend is Elevation. Okay, Elevation. It has tangerine, lavender, amorous, clary sage, Hawaiian sandalwood, ylang ylang, Howood, osmanthus, lemon myrtle, and melissa. Amazing powerhouse oils for the emotions. It is amazing, you guys. Elevation, if you have not smelled it, I love it. Love it so much. The lavender and the citrus and the deep, rich lemon myrtle and melissa is just the most incredible. Like, to me, it smells like jubilant heaven. That's what it smells like. Elevation can help support the body in feeling elevated. And when we feel emotionally elevated, we don't down talk ourselves. We don't doubt our abilities. We don't belittle ourselves. And I find that I am so much nicer to myself and so much more believing and less likely to give up and let go when I'm supporting myself emotionally. So I would recommend Elevation hands down. And then a good just daily emotional, every single day oil. Balance has oils that are good, that have anti-inflammatory properties. So you get really helping your body just be soothed enough to feel like doing something. It has frankincense, which the body could really benefit from getting on a daily basis. And it just kind of feels like putting your body into alignment so good can happen, so that you can be in your space and whatever doesn't serve you, whatever extra weight is on you, can just kind of fall off. Okay, so I love balance. And then I had another one that fell off here. It's called the Steadying Blend. It's called Anchor. This is a it's hard to see it, huh? It's the doTERRA Yoga Blend for steadying. And when I'm going through really stressful situations, Anchor is incredible because Anchor can help me feel supported. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'm supported. I can do this. And so if that's you, do it every day. Just keep it in your purse. Put it on every day. Same with elevation or balance. Like, just keep it on hand and put it on whether you think you need it or not. Because if you're committed to really giving it your best shot, then like really do your best. Okay. I did want to talk about how, okay, so once we start up with the citruses, the basic cleansing, then go into more in-depth cleansing from pathogens and oxidation and hormonal toxicity and all that stuff, and moving into emotional wellness, let's talk about what we're feeding ourselves, okay? Because essential oils, they're great. They have no calories. That's like one of the coolest parts when it comes to weight loss, is no calories in these babies, okay? So when I do Slim and Sassy, it tastes yummy and there's 0 calories. But the downside of this is that essential oils don't have any nutrients either. And what are we putting into our bodies to help that metabolic process go? Because if we're putting essential oils into our body and really getting our gut healthy and, you know, getting that energy going in our gut and getting our gut healthy, and we're like, yay, but then we're eating processed foods and not getting enough whole foods and fruits and vegetables, then we're kind of like, our body's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm slowing down eating these processed foods, but I'm trying to speed up by doing these other things. Okay, so your body's kind of in a dilemma here. So I want to recommend some extra things that doTERRA has that are incredible at helping give your body just in a very simple way, giving your body the food, the actual food, the whole food, vitamin, minerals, nutrients, all of that your body needs on a daily basis. The first thing that I would recommend is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. That is the 3-part doTERRA vitamin system that has the vitamins and minerals that we need on a daily basis as human beings. Whole foods, completely bioavailable. Our bodies know what to do with them. They are definitely a solution for a lot of people. I wish most of our country used the vitamin pack because it's incredible. Okay, the second part has a bunch of herbs and stuff that help the body just to feel overall better. It kind of is, let me see these. I'm going to say this, otherwise I'm going to ramble too much. Okay, so what these do is they help generate wellness and vitality. There's antioxidant and DNA protection, energy metabolism, bone health, immune function, stress management, cardiovascular health, healthy hair, skin, and nail support, eye, brain, and nervous system, liver function, and digestive health, lung and respiratory health. It's gentle on the stomach. It's got CoQ10. It's got essential oils to help support the body. It's got so many amazing things. Okay, fish oil, you name it. Okay, so what we need on a daily basis. If you have questions about that, let me know. It's what is it? $80 a month for all 3 of those, and it's powerful because I don't feed myself well enough to not need those. I don't eat out of the Garden of Eden. I don't, I generally need to take better care of myself than I do. I don't do well enough, so I need those vitamins, and that is amazing. Okay, then the other thing that I wanted to recommend is doTERRA has a trim shake, which you can make smoothies. Just add it to almond milk if you want to, grab some and go. I know somebody who puts almond milk in a water bottle, a blender bottle, and then keeps the amount that she needs to put in it at lunchtime and makes herself lunch with just this. Okay, so it's a meal replacement, or for me, it's my smoothie blend. I'll just add fresh fruit like berries and stuff, frozen berries, some spinach, or if I don't have spinach on hand, I'll use the Terra greens, or I'll use both if I'm feeling like my body needs a little bit of extra greens to flesh it out if I'm feeling backed up or whatever. Those are great, great, great supports. Okay. So keep those in mind too. I do want to tell a story about those vitamins that I was showing you earlier, the 3-part. So I had a lady come to one of my classes who she decided, I was talking to her, I did a wellness consultation with her, and she had decided to get some of the vitamins for her and her husband because both of them dealt with extreme chronic pain, just really, really bad, to the point of like basically kind of needing surgery. And so she got them, I didn't make any promises. I mean, who am I to make promises about what it's going to do for you? But I did say that I've recommended them. That I, as a friend, as, somebody who understands the vitamins, at least what it can do for me, I recommended it for her. And so she decided to get some. Okay. Well, I didn't see her for like 3-4 months. She comes to a class of mine that I was doing, and, she raised her hand and she said, you know what, with those vitamins, she said, I got those vitamins for pain for me and my husband. And she said, not only did those help so much with the pain, like she needed the vitamins, and then she did deep blue and frankincense on a daily basis. And that took, she said that took 90% of the pain away between the vitamins, the deep blue, and the frankincense. And she just did the frankincense and the deep blue topically, and then the vitamins internally, the 3-part. She said not only did it help tremendously with the pain, and it was natural, and so it wasn't destroying her body, giving her side effects like medications do. It was supporting the body in a natural, beautiful way, side effect free. Okay. But it was also, she said, I had been dealing with depression for a long time. And since taking those vitamins, I have not had the depression that I used to have. And she also said, I wasn't expecting to lose weight, but in the first 3 months, I lost 30 pounds. And no joke, I was like, I thought you looked a lot, smaller or whatever. But I hadn't said anything. And she made that comment. I was just blown away. I mean, I didn't know vitamins could help with that. But I think what the vitamins do is they give our bodies the food that we really desperately need. The nutrients, the stuff we're not getting from our foods, but our bodies need so badly. It gives that to us so our bodies can improve. It can move on. It can feel comfortable losing weight. Because sometimes what we do is when we starve our bodies either of nutrients or we go long periods of time without eating, our body goes into survival mode. It's like we got to hold on to everything we get. With the vitamins, it's like my body and probably this other lady who was talking, it gives your body what you need on a daily basis. And then your body's like, okay, I can chill. I'm getting enough. I'm getting at least the foundation. I can let some of this stuff go. I'm fine with that. Like, this is coming to me every day. And I think that's kind of what happened. But anyways, hopefully this is helpful for you. And let me know your successes and let me know if you have any questions. So feel free to use any of these on a daily basis. The reason I recommend the oregano in time only at 10 days at a time is because they don't recommend that you take oregano internally more than 10 days straight. So that's why I say that. Otherwise, I might go, just listen to your body. Okay. That's the basics. Slim and Sassy, or citrus all the time. All day. They said that Dr. David Hill, the chief medical officer of doTERRA, said that you'd have to get up to 16 drops of essential oil before you reached your limit for the day. So I never quite reached that, so I don't have any risk of overdose. And that's 16 drops per essential oil. So like 16 drops of Slim and Sassy and 16 drops of clove. I never do that. I do like couple drops of lemon sassy, couple drops of thyme, couple drops of oregano, couple drops of turmeric or xendocrine or, whatever. So that's fine. It's fine to use multiples of essential oils. Just don't use any of these for more than 16 drops, if that makes sense. Citrus all the time. Cleanse, support your gut as often as you need to. My rule of thumb is if your body's telling you, or if it comes to your mind, hey, it might be good to try that, do it. That's your body saying, I need this. If you go a day or two and you totally don't even think about it, it never once crosses your mind, you're fine, okay? You're fine. But if your body's like, you know, that nudge that like, yeah, that might be helpful, do it, okay? All right, thanks for listening. This was a long one, but thanks for joining me all 40 minutes. Congratulations, I love you. And let me know if you have any other questions. Take care.